To a story that our IT team broke last week, and hundreds of you responded. Welcome to Tampa Bay 28 News at 6. I'm Paul LeGrand.
And I'm Lauren St. Germain. Wendy has the night off. We told you Citrus County beekeeper Richard Marquette was devastated after someone removed beehives from his property in July. This took away his main source of income.
I can't figure out why they won't bring them back, or at least pay me for the bees or whatever, but I haven't been able to get anything.
And everything changed after this story went viral. More than 2 million people have watched it so far, generating thousands of comments.
Last week, an I-Team investigator, Adam Walser, got a call from a Pinellas County beekeeper who told him that Richard's bees had been located, and Adam was there when the bees were returned to their owner.
Where's the gate at?
There's no gate, but I'll show you, it's right here.
As a truck loaded with beehives pulled up to this dark country road, 84-year-old Richard Marquette was like a kid on Christmas morning.
It's great. I'm excited for having the bees and all the people that worked hard to get them back.
The beehives arrived on a flatbed trailer weighing an estimated 2,000 pounds. They were retrieved from 2 undisclosed Pinellas County locations, where they spent 114 days. It was kind of strange how it all came together, right? A little bit of cloak and dagger stuff.
It's been very interesting for sure.
Employees decked out in white suits, gloves, and helmets from Noble Nectar Apiaries in St. Petersburg, who had nothing to do with their disappearance, volunteered to return the hives.
They don't like all the lights.
No, they don't.
Richard says 14 of the 20 hives he reported missing made it back. He feared he might never see them again. Are you amazed? Like 2 million people have seen your story. Is that amazing?
It's just amazing. It's been such a blessing for people that have been interested and seen my plight.
Richard's story was shared with the world last week, getting millions of views on our newscast, TampaBay28.com, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
People have called me and been supportive, and it's probably several hundred people have called me on the phone and wish me good luck and praying for me to get my bees back. And I'm sure thankful to get what we did get back. So
you might be the most famous beekeeper in Florida right now.
I maybe could be.
But his situation was no joke, as he told us last week.
I sell my honey for $20 a quart, and so I was dependent upon my honeybees for income.
Richard went on medical leave from Walmart after an injury and depended on income from honey sales to get by. How many quarts of honey would you normally get out of 20 hives?
Per hive, you can get 20 to 40 quarts.
The Citrus County Sheriff's Office determined Joseph Dennick, who bought a lot next to Richard's, was responsible for the missing bees, writing in a report, quote, "There was a miscommunication and the land clearing company mistakenly cleared Richard's property." The report said Dennick admitted instructing a friend to remove the bees and expressed his willingness to have the bees returned. But Dennick didn't have them returned, and the sheriff's office closed the case. It still took months for Marquette to get his bees back. When I contacted Dennick on November 3rd, he told me a friend of a friend moved the hives, but he didn't know where they were, and later wrote in a text, quote, "I'd like to handle this legally, and please don't contact me anymore." What would you say to the people who had your hives on their property for all this time?
I hope that they have a bad conscience, because they should have never, ever left my property.
We still don't know the identity of those people. Allison Davis, whose company Noble Nectar's Apiaries returned the bees, emailed me the day after Richard's story, offering to help him.
Originally, we reached out because some of us beekeepers in Pinellas County, we wanted to kind of take up a collection of equipment and bees to just kind of donate bees back to Richard so he could get back on his feet.
After I passed along her offer, she got a call from someone associated with Dennick, asking her to serve as an intermediary to return the bees to Richard. No questions asked.
Just by some random miracle that...
Well, God performs miracles every day. I know that for sure. So.
Yeah.
Dennick's lawyer said his client would be willing to do an interview if we didn't name him or show his face, but we declined. But I shared a text message from him with Richard. He said, "I'm not good in front of cameras, but if you could give my apologies to Richard and his family, this was an honest mistake, and I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart." That's what he says.
Well, I gave him that opportunity that day. I said, I'll stay here. You come on down and we'll try and work it out. He said, yeah, I would, but then he never showed up.
Richard is thankful Denick arranged for the return of most of his bees.
I think they wanted to do the right thing in the end, and even if it took a while to get to that point.
The volunteers spent about 8 hours retrieving the hives, driving them to Citrus County, setting them up, and driving home. Richard didn't have much to offer them in return.
Homemade cookies. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Richard says the worst thing that's happened to him in recent months, in some ways, turned out to be the best.
Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you having your crew and you getting the bees back for me. It about brings tears to my eyes.
Well, I'm sure. You know, like I said, we would just hope that somebody would just do the same for us.
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser with photojournalist Matt McGlashan and Randy Wright, Tampa Bay 28.
And the Florida bee inspector is scheduled to visit Richard's hives in the coming days to make sure that they have not been damaged by disease or mites. Richard is still considering legal action against Denick for loss of revenue. We will keep you posted.